You know who that is?
It's the dating game.
Do you know who it is?
Who?
Oh,
You
God.
clearly don't know who it is either.
Yes, I do. It's in my head. He's a trumpeter.
It's the trumpet guy. I thought
Yeah.
the host of the dating game.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
think of it.
All right. Well, good. That was a good. Can't get that 30 seconds back. 8:44. Kyle Bittner joins us. What would Kyle do? Good morning, Kyle Bittner.
Hello, McGraw. Hello, Kelly. You're back.
So, yeah, she's back. So you decided to go to Crown Candy.
Actually, you decided for me.
Did
Remember
I?
a couple weeks ago, you
All right.
kind of made me do this.
I didn't make you do this at all.
Really?
I was not looking forward to tackling these massive milkshakes.
You seem pretty
And
excited.
you said,
What
if
did I
we
say?
could replay the tape, you said you would try it with me.
I did say that.
You did
Oh,
say that. And then
really?
you said, well, never mind.
And then I said, never mind.
So you decided
It
like
was the
what?
bait and
not
switch.
to-
That's illegal.
Yeah, that is kind of.
I paid for
illegal.
everything. I paid for the milkshakes that he threw up because he couldn't finish. So the rule at Crown Candy is what?
The challenge, you
The
mean?
challenge, yeah.
It's 5 of their malts or milkshakes in the 5 of the big silver containers, not
Right.
the glasses,
In a half hour.
in a half hour. So you're talking 128 ounces, I think, of
How many people?
milky deliciousness.
How many people have successfully completed?
Right
the
around 50.
50.
Right around.
in all the years.
In all of the years.
And only
in all the
3
gin
women.
joints.
Right?
Now, I didn't ask that. I heard
Oh.
you guys talking to him about
Okay,
that.
only three women who've done it. How long has this challenge been going on for?
He said years. He didn't know exactly what year, or he did a long time. Because I asked him, I said, how many people you think? Over 1,000 people, he said, have probably tried it.
From
through
what
the
I understand,
years.
that they get 1 or 2 people a month who come in who try and do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's my question. I know that you have prepared, I'm saying that in quotes, for your other food challenges, and kind of you don't really prepare, do you?
Try and enlarge your stomach.
Well, I mean, I've read the
Kobayashi book.
no, I haven't read. I've read some professional eaters give tips about, I've drank the gallon of milk in 8 minutes, or the gallon of water, I'm sorry, in 8 minutes to stretch out my stomach. And I've read that your stomach stays stretched out for 18 hours. But these are all people, it's on the internet. I don't know if this stuff's
Okay.
actually true.
But you,
great.
for the pizza challenge,
Got a
you
lawsuit
really
coming.
were not ready.
Well, the pizza, no, that's not true. I was ready for the pizza challenge, but I did not realize how eating that much early in the morning was going to prohibit my performance. I would have woke up at like midnight and went for like a 5-mile run if I would have realized that. So that way at 8 in the morning when we tried it, I was ready to go.
And you shouldn't have had all the meat on the pizza either.
So
Well, you have to do that.
So
I mean, that's part
Kyle
of the
is not a
challenge.
morning guy, so to speak.
Okay, so this was in the
All right.
afternoon.
It was in the afternoon. We set it up for the afternoon.
And what did you do to prepare for this one?
Nothing.
Nah.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly.
I went to the
See?
gym
That's right.
that morning.
You
burned
do
some
not-
Beavers over
calories.
there.
You do
Jane,
not
I could be
prepare-
a lawyer, couldn't I?
You do not
Thank
prepare.
you.
You are preparing to fail.
If you fail to prepare.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Where did you
Okay.
get that off one of those posters?
I got it off the internets. All right. So then you talked our sweet Casey into it.
No. She came at me and was just like, hey, I can eat a ton. I can do this. And I'm like, hey, you realize that over 1,000 people have attempted this, and we're
Right.
talking like 50, and you weigh like $105. Are you sure you think you can? And she was just talking smack the whole time. I'm like, well, bring it on. Let's go.
So you and her sit in the booth. We're showing the video now at KTRS.com, also at STLtoday.com.
And this was the first time I was at Crown Candy. This place is awesome. Apparently, I'm the only person
You
in St.
haven't
Louis that
lived.
hadn't
Yeah,
been
you
there.
haven't lived
Yes.
since you gone there. We all went. We all had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So you start. She jumps out of the
Oh,
gate.
my
She
God.
does 3.5 milkshakes in 8 minutes.
Less than that, probably.
Man.
She had the first 2 milkshakes drained, and I was still on 1, and I'm like, what the
You're
heck
like,
is going
doo-doo,
on?
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I thought we were in an alternate universe all of a sudden. I didn't know, and I mean, I thought I was giving it a good effort. And
Well, you
she-
know, you only had 30 minutes
well,
to do
I
it.
know, but like I said, the first 3 minutes, she already had 2 completely gone.
She's out the door. She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So on
She
the
was
video,
doing this thing where she was shaking
I
it, which I
see
didn't really
that.
know what that helped.
well, it's got to be because it's so cold. You want to try and warm it up. I would have poured it into the glass to try and warm it
well,
up.
and that's why if you noticed, I would drink half of one, and then I'd get down to where it was still
Chili.
ice cream,
Right.
And I would leave that one, and I'd drink half of the other one. I was trying to use strategy,
Right.
Well,
while I was doing this.
I
Now
think
the
her
guy,
strategy-
the guy at Crown Candy told you that the people who are most successful do it fast.
And that's every food challenge because, you know, when you're eating a big meal
Mm-hmm.
and then you eat too much before your stomach goes, hey, dummy, you're full. And then you go, and you feel terrible the rest of the day.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's the goal, is to trick your body into just shoving it in your gullet before you can get your brain to go
Gotcha.
knock it off.
I'm looking at this video, and Casey, she's like swirling, drinking fast, and here's Kyle. And he's wiping his mouth.
So
with
after
napkin.
8 minutes, after
I
8
don't wanna
minutes,
be rude.
after 8 minutes, Casey says, I got to go to the bathroom. And the last thing she's like, I got to go to the bathroom. Then takes a giant swig, one more swig of the milkshake, and then takes her microphone off and runs to the bathroom. Comes back 5 minutes later,
Probably.
right? And she's like, whew, I feel much better now. You kept going. Now,
Yeah, well, because I had to catch up with her.
right, because you only stopped after you drank more than she did.
Basically, yes. I made sure that I could do that.
Because you were not going to be outdrank by her.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I think, like, in retrospect, and I said that day, because obviously I was feeling miserable, and I think I could have finished the fourth one. But there was no way in the world I was going to finish the fifth one, so I thought in my brain at that moment when I was feeling terrible, I was like, well, why drink 8 more ounces to just go throw it all up and still feel terrible?
But you
So-
said the last gulp you couldn't swallow.
Oh, yeah, I was just sitting there, but I still had like 10 minutes left, so I thought if I waited another 5, I might have another head of steam. But yeah, it was just in my mouth, and I'm like chewing on it, and everybody's looking at me. And the only thing I didn't want to do was puke in front of everyone. Well, I didn't really care, but I
the
didn't want to have to
cameras
clean
were
it up.
running. That's what you're supposed to do. Puke
Well,
on camera. Would have gone
It says
viral.
on the website that if you puke, you have to clean it up in there, and I didn't want to be in there with a mop.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't.
Yeah, so
For
you
the
have to
record-
pay and clean up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Adam from Man vs. Food,
he had a pail there.
yes, he
that was
puked all the way to the
smart.
bathroom.
Yeah, and he had a pail though,
Yeah,
that he was carrying.
But you also did chocolate, which I don't know why you did chocolate.
Yeah.
because I like chocolate. I don't know.
I bet you don't now,
It
do
seemed
you?
like an easy decision.
Okay, all right. So then you run to the bathroom,
I leisurely strolled there. It wasn't quite.
but you
panic
left your
mode.
microphone on.
On purpose. This was designed.
So you were doing a play-by-play from the bathroom.
Yes, and
That's dedication.
so now we have this video of an empty booth, and you hear me in the bathroom doing the play-by-play. Like, all right, here we go, and then it was just.
Rob, are you getting this? I don't feel very good.
I'm flushing the first time, and I'm like, oh, second wave coming in.
Did you feel like all sweaty and clammy before it all happened?
Not
Or just-
too, I mean, it just was so. You're talking from the time I started taking a drink till that happened was 16 minutes, maybe. I mean, there
Did you
wasn't.
get dry heaves?
Oh, it was terrible. I've
So
never.
so
had,
you were drunk on ice cream.
Yes, I mean, and there were snot bubbles in the nose.
Was anyone pulling your hair back, holding your hair?
No.
Well, how do you know about that, Kelly
Yeah,
Jackson?
if you had a rough night in college, what happened?
Sounds to me like you've had an experience or two around the
Oh, yeah.
the porcelain toilet. All right.
But I will say, everyone here is giving me such a hard time. They're like, oh, you failed at all these food. They're called food challenges for a reason.
But your record's so bad.
You're now 0-3. It's embarrassing.
Well,
And I'm a huge fan of yours, Kyle.
I'm trying. Well, I need to find an easy one. I need to. If anybody's got an easy food challenge out there that I can
I was
punt to.
asked by the Pattonville Police, the Pattonville Monarch Fire Department, or the Pattonville Fire Department. I can't tell which one was, but they want you to be a fireman for a day.
Perfect.
You get to drive the back of the hook and ladder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey.
You can swing that, can't you? You can probably.
I'm
you don't have
pretty
to-
sure I can handle
You have
that.
to puke doing that.
Anything with food. Anything is not.
Overall, what would you say? I mean, it's like Crown Candy is like walking back into the 1930s.
It is one of the coolest places I've been, and
Right.
like I said, I guess I'm the only one that has never been in there.
Right.
And when I got in there, I saw the BLT everybody was ordering and all this food. I'm like, I don't want to do the challenge anymore. Like, I just want to chow down on some of this.
I
this
offered you
food.
a couple of potato chips, thinking that would actually
The salty.
change the texture or change the taste in your mouth, which would help you. But I guess at that point, you were
point-
too far gone.
And I have like laid awake at night wondering if I should go back there and do the vanilla
Right.
and maybe do some more training. But I don't know. I felt really bad
And you felt bad all day too.
for the next couple hours. Then
Yeah.
I went home and
All right, what's next on the Kyle challenge
we're
list?
still lining up the hot air balloon ride. That's just the weather hasn't been cooperating. And then Buccaneer Blades, we have to go there and do some fencing
oh,
to figure out if I have what it takes. The big mask
yeah,
and everything.
You
Oh, that's
and
cool.
you and Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert fences?
Yeah,
Like in college or something? Was
he fenced on the show a couple weeks ago. He fenced some congressman.
Sweet.
All right, Kyle Bittner, thanks for checking in. Now back to work as Martin Kilcoyne's executive producer.
We got it.
What's on the show today?
Today we have the worst high school quarterback ever. He went 0-32, so I haven't got there yet, or 0-46. He hadn't won a game his whole high school, and he was starting He was the starting quarterback.
Of course he is.
Yeah, so
you have to be pretty good. You got to be a good quarterback to lose 42 games in a row.
And they still keep throwing you out there.
Right, yeah.
And he wrote this hilarious article, so we got him.
Where's he from? Is he from St. Louis?
No, he's from Maine, actually.
Oh,
where and they used to play a game when they had to drive to their practice facility, and when the bus would stop at stop signs, they would all cheer because that meant it was less time they would have to practice.
Wow. Pretty harsh. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kyle Bittner. 8:53 traffic weather. We'll check in with Mike Kelly, talk a little Mizzou football, and then the board meetings next hour.